Welcome back to Humans in 5.
We love TV just as much as the next kid on the block. We're only human, and every once in a while we hop right on a given bandwagon and binge watch some content totally escaping from the world.
With the start of 2019, Netflix served up some binge-worthy treats, but few seem to have taken off quite like tidying up with Marie Kondo. Marie Kondo's name is on the tip of many tongues and has everyone trying to spark joy around every corner of their home.
Marie Kondo is a best-selling author and organizing consultant from Japan. Her book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up and the KonMari Method have taken off all over the globe. One of her basic tidying principles is that if an object does not spark joy when you hold it, perhaps you just don't need it anymore, and it's time to send that object to the bin or to your local donation store.
In fairness, there are some things we're bound to keep around the house that don't spark joy. For example, I'm not terribly sentimental about old cloth grocery bags, but I'll certainly be keeping them around. Overall, both of us and many others do find something oddly soothing about putting things into their proper place in our homes.
Rather than focus on the art and science of tidying, we're more interested in some of the social factors that feed into this movement. Over the past few decades, there have been several lifestyle and self-improvement trends, but cleaning seems to be the most recent one to hop on the bandwagon. Some people are viewing the state of your home as an indicator of the state of your life.
The tidier the home, some people feel, the better you are at managing your own affairs. Movements like this often leave people feeling that if they can keep their home squared away, perhaps they can exert some level of control on other aspects of their lives. The trouble is, there are so many factors other than the state of your floors that can influence and direct the cogs of your life.
While we can fairly agree that there are some norms of hygiene we'd all like to keep to, it's worth noting that there doesn't really seem to be a one-size-fits-all organization strategy that works for everyone. Author and neuroscientist Daniel Levitin from McGill University notes that, for example, some people are filers, and they love having everything filed away. On the other hand, some people are pilers who love stacking things into organized piles. Neither group is right, they just have their own way of keeping things in order.
Another point that strikes us in the circulating Kondo mania is its differential impact on women. Say what you will about sharing the load in the home, but the planning and execution of work around the house falls disproportionately on women. For example, British women do 60% more work around the house than their male counterparts.
Even when men chip in at 50-50 in the execution of housework, the planning of what's going to get cleaned, when, and where tends to fall on women heavily, turning them into perpetual project managers, constantly directing activities in their own homes. For example, many men will help, but only once they've been told to pitch in, or once someone else has provided a schedule of tasks. Women may spend all day planning at work and then never really get the chance to switch off in the way men can when they get home, as they have to continue playing a managerial role in a heteronormative household.
These ideas of constant organization and women directing tidying in the home can lead to a nexus where women feel that it is a marker of their personal self-management and success to not only get that killer job, but manage an immaculate home as well, with some appearance of balance between the two. This can be a lot of pressure that is not being equally faced by all members of society.
Now, we're not saying don't go digging out your closets. We're just saying that with all of these worries about whether or not we're tidy enough, it's worth remembering that we can't be measured by our neatness alone. And if you're going to have a KonMari spring clean in your family, maybe take a look at who's doing that work and how you might try and share the load, not just the load, but the planning and management of who does the dishes a little more equally as well.
May this episode spark joy, and we'll see you next time on Humans in 5.
And don't forget to subscribe.